Regan Slaymaker for International Boxing News, and I have the pleasure to be joined by the Southern Area Cruiserweight Champion John Hedges. John, how are you down at the top tier show at the Brentwood Centre, mate?
Living the dream, mate. Sitting ringside, enjoying the show. Listen, it was very good. Johnny Clark puts on a great show, always looks after us, and some proper 50-50 fights tonight, some big fights to look out for. Finlay James just won, and yes, great show.
Definitely. Obviously, stablemate Finlay James. Obviously, Tommy. I think Tommy again having more fun than Finlay in the corner there. But I mean, talk to me about Finlay's win just there.
I thought Finlay boxed very well. Dell's is a tricky fighter. Should I grab that? Yeah. Dell's a tricky fighter. He's very experienced, knows his way around the ring. For the first 3 rounds, Finlay was working him out, but then the last 6, Finlay looked really well. Looked very mature in there, very sharp, very correct, and put on a solid performance and got a solid win.
He definitely did, mate. Sorry, absolute budget camera work from me there as well. I do want to move back onto yourself. Obviously, the new Southern Area Cruiserweight Champion. We haven't caught up since your win. Obviously, it was a title that you wanted for a long time, and you won it well against Spencer Oakford as well.
Yeah, I don't think you're likely calling him Spencer, but Lewis Oakford. I'm only joking.
He's not watching.
But no, it was a good win. Listen, Lewis was 5-0 at the time. I was 9-0. It was a good competitive fight, and I weren't happy with the way it ended, but no one's going to be. It was a clash of heads, and listen, I was well up on the scorecards. I felt like I won every round. I was coming into myself. I believe I would have knocked him out later rounds, but look, that's boxing. He's a good fighter. What I say about Lewis, very tough. There's a lot of people I've hit with them sort of shots, and they haven't still been there standing. So, credit to him. He's a great fighter, and good on him.
Definitely, mate. I'll keep hold of the mic. It's going to be a bit awkward now. But no, obviously you wanted that title for a long time. Obviously you wanted it, and then it pushes you onto that English, that British level. Is that definitely the route you'd like to go down? Yeah,
look, the traditional route's there if we want to go that way. If there might be an international route open up. Do you know what? Honestly, and I say this truthfully, I don't care. I'm young. All I want is that I want to be in good fights. And look, you want to be in winnable fights, but I believe most fights are winnable for me at the moment because I believe in my ability. I've just got to take the right path, right time. I've got a belt under me, the pressure's off, and let's just see what happens. There's a lot of domestic fights out there what make good fights. So the money's right, the show's right. I'm always ready to fight. I'll fight anyway.
You definitely will as well. Obviously, going into that fight, obviously Lewis, he's probably given you a bit more kind of tension in the build-up, obviously, than other opponents as well. How does it kind of dealing with that going into that fight?
Yeah, listen, I'm built for that. That's the stuff I've been looking forward to. I keep saying to me, Dad, I can't wait for a mouthpiece to start having a go so I can give it a bit back. But he was only respectful with it. A couple of little things saying like this, have a look at that belt, it's the last time you're going to see it. But look, that's all banter, do you know what I mean? That's boxing talk. So I think I called him a few things, can't remember now. But that's what it's about. If you've grown up watching boxing, you grow up knowing you want to be in that situation doing that. So listen, it was a privilege to be able to do that with a good fighter, and it was a good dance partner. It takes two to tango, and he was a good fighter.
Definitely did as well. And how has the cut, because you got cut in the process as well, didn't you? How has that healed as well? How's that process been?
Got a little bit up there. Not too much. I'm still pretty. No, I'm joking. A little half pretty. You know what I mean? But I was all right. Thank God. Without being harsh, I think he caused the headbutt. If I'm honest with you, I've watched it back a few times. He's bleeding with his head. Tony Bellew called it off from the start to say like he was coming in with his head, but it could have just been tactics. He had to rough me up. I kind of expected it. Like I say, Mark Tibbs had a great game plan. Just fiddle him out really, just fill him out, and he started leading in a bit recklessly, and that was the outcome of it. But it's gutting when it happens because that's boxing, but it's one of them things. At least I come out on top. That's all that matters.
Definitely, you put home that title as well. Obviously, like you said, there's a great fights in the cruiserweight division, even domestically, let alone internationally as well. I mean, how do you assess the current cruiserweight division, putting your name firmly in the mix as well?
Tasty, mate. Like the cruiserweight division, it's a hard division. It's what people have got to realise. There's so many good fighters out there. Even the ones who ain't unbelievable, they're still good. They still make a hard fight. There's some older fighters who are still hanging about who are still going to cause people trouble. So it's a very good division because if you're going to train hard and you're going to be ready for the best, can't find a better division than it because every fight's going to be tough. Every fight's going to be title worthy. So look, as long as the right title, the right money, and like I say, things are on the line, then why not? Why can't we all have 50-50 fights and keep going through?
Definitely as well. You're not one to call people out, John. I'm not going to try and get you to name a name, but obviously at the top echelons you've got like Jaya Pattaya, Gulameri and Chris Billam-Smith. Whether if you've sparred them or not, like who out of those top guys, the world champions, who would you like to get in the ring with on a respectful basis? Obviously.
Do you mean who do I think I'll beat, or who do you like spar, fight? What do you reckon?
Who would you just like to share the ring with as on a respectable level?
Jaya Pattaya by far because I'd like to say I try and implement little bits of what he does in my style of boxing, and I think he's a great fighter. I've done an interview before, and I think the headline was is the biggest clickbait I've ever seen. It's like, John thinks he's going to take Jaya Pattaya. Not in that sense, you know what I mean? It's with me, I respect him. He's a great fighter. I think he's one of the only cruiserweights at the minute which rely on flair instead of so much power and strength and fitness. So I like that he's got a good flair, and he's a fighting man. Do you know what I mean? He comes from nothing and he puts it on the line.
He definitely is, and he's the only man to scare me through a Zoom interview as well, Mr. Jar.
Them eyes, mate, I tell you. Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah, and even the ring walk against Jordan Thompson, that terrified the shit out of me.
Yeah, seriously. Oi, do you know what, though? What a good ring walk. Had what are they called? The big geezers.
Like the Maori, like the New Zealand guy.
Following him in, unbelievable, wasn't it? Like, what a fight that was. Yeah, look, Jordan Thompson, another name. He hasn't been active, but what a fighter he is. Domestically, in England, there's some great fights.
Definitely is as well. John Hedges, I'm going to give you the mic for your final words. And I don't know where this is going to go. I don't know who you're going to call out in this bit, but I'll give you the mic. The floor's yours, mate.
Archie Slaymaker, listen, you've been hiding for a little while now. You can only hide behind S-Jam as long. And, no, I'm joking. Regan's behind the camera. I've just baited him out. He's been telling me, Arch, me and you got to get it on. But no, all jokes aside, big thanks to all my sponsors. They look after me in the ring. And without them, I couldn't do what I do now. So, big thanks to everyone. And fight news around Christmas time. Cheers, mate.
John Hedges, cheers, mate.
See you, everyone.
Wait.